the most perfect results of the experiment. Not everyone has powers like you, Elixia.
No matter how scary the outside world is, here, I'm no different from a lab rat. I'm ready to take risks for my freedom.
Psycho Dead is an upcoming action-adventure survival horror game where you control Elixia, a psychic girl trapped in a mysterious research lab. With gameplay inspired by classics like Resident Evil 4 and Dead Space, players will navigate terrifying environments using psychic abilities to survive. Developed by Moon Catalyst, this highly anticipated title is set to release in 2024.
You are no man of God. You're an abomination, a filth.
Why are you back, Isaac? I'm looking for someone.
You're too late. They're all gone.
You won't make it.
Wronged Us is an open-world survival horror game from Delusional Studio, blending psychological horror with a detailed, abandoned small town. Drawing inspiration from Silent Hill and Resident Evil, players will explore, manage limited resources, and face enemies while solving puzzles. With its third-person perspective and deep NPC interactions, Wronged Us promises an immersive and chilling experience. Currently in development for PC and consoles, stay tuned for updates.
Digging. Always searching for answers we should have never asked. Always clawing at the surface like worms begging for food. A lack of understanding to push what we don't know when something should be left alone.
There's nothing we can do. There is no end.
Retrieval is an upcoming survival horror game by 333 Studios, recently showcased at Gamescom 2024. Set on the distant planet Ryhalion, players control Hanaloshe, a stranded commander navigating a retro-futuristic base filled with deadly threats. With ray-traced visuals and 3D audio, Retrieval promises an immersive cinematic horror experience. You can wishlist it now on Steam and the PlayStation Store, with the release date yet to be announced.
Sorry bang, tapi gue gak bisa nunggu kelamaan. Berantakan banget. Habis ini harus gue rapiin. Ini ada jamurnya gak ya? Mana sabun cuci gue habis lagi? Kayaknya tadi gue taruh hijab di sini deh. Apa masih di ember cucian ya? Siapa sih itu? Gedor-gedor mulu anjir. Iya, sebentar. Lila?
Kak ni seneng kan kalau aku pergi?
Agni. Village of Calamity is an upcoming horror game from Indonesian developers Agni Studio, set to release on PC via Steam. Explore a village plagued by supernatural forces inspired by Indonesian folklore, where you'll need to solve puzzles and survive eerie environments. With its unique art style and chilling atmosphere, the game promises a deep and immersive horror experience. While no official release date has been set, teasers and gameplay previews are already building excitement within the horror community.
To fly, the joy of it, the freedom of it, to just take your life in your hands and soar. I think that's in us all, isn't it? At least that's what my dad taught me.
Directive 8020 is an upcoming survival horror game from Supermassive Games, set to release in 2025 as part of the Dark Pictures anthology. Players control a crew of astronauts stranded on Tau Ceti F, battling an alien organism that mimics its prey. With a multilinear narrative where every choice matters, this sci-fi horror is inspired by classics like Alien and The Thing. Get ready for an intense experience on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Slitterhead is an upcoming survival horror game from Bokeh Game Studio, releasing on November 8, 2024. Set in a fictional East Asian city in the 90s, players control Hyoki, a spiritual entity who possesses humans to battle monstrous beings called Slitterheads. With intense melee combat, body horror, and a possession system that adds a unique strategic twist, Slitterhead promises an eerie experience on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Tormented Souls 2 continues the survival horror legacy with Caroline Walker 6 months after the first game's events. Set in Puerto Miller, a Southern American town, Caroline must navigate terrifying supernatural challenges to save her sister. Expect complex puzzles, subtle enemy encounters, and expanded exploration in this Unreal Engine 5-powered sequel. Coming to PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch in 2025. The Sinking City 2 returns to the eerie city of Arkham. This survival horror sequel focuses on intense combat and exploration as players face eldritch horrors and uncover dark mysteries. With optional investigation mechanics and new features like the Insanity system, this Unreal Engine 5 game promises an immersive horror experience. Coming to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S in 2025.
Roman. It's time.
Where is this? Where am I? Hello?
We do what this place demands.
Is this hell?
Hell would have meaning. This is just us and our gloom.
This place will break you.
I don't believe you.
You think you can escape what you have done?
Post-trauma, where you play as Roman, a middle-aged train conductor trapped in a surreal nightmare. Set to release in spring 2024 on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S, this survival horror game features fixed camera angles reminiscent of classics like Silent Hill. Navigate bizarre environments, solve intricate puzzles, and face horrifying creatures in a psychological experience designed to challenge your wits. Developed in Unreal Engine 5, Post-Trauma promises a haunting atmosphere with captivating sound design. Stay tuned for more updates.